Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn, the leather bag lady. How are you all today? It is Thursday today. Oh, this week's been a little topsy-turvy. It's quarter to 12. I have done more between 4:15 this morning and now than I do most days. Couldn't get back to sleep this morning, possibly because we went to bed at 8:30. Who goes to bed at 8:30? Oh my goodness me. Change days for me, that's for sure. Pies got up at 4:15 and forgot to put his underwear and his socks in the bathroom. Then he forgot his belt on his pants. So I was awake before his alarm even went off anyway. These hot flashes are starting to get really ridiculous. And that reminds me, I'm going to give my doctor a call, I think, because if I don't need to suffer, then why would I? If I do, then I do. But it's like 3 or 4 as soon as I wake up in the morning. It's disgusting. It's so gross. Anyway, hello. How are you all? It's Thursday, as I said, leather bag lady weather report. It's really hot out there again. I just picked up Sarah from St. Catharines, my daughter, and her boyfriend's mom was standing in the driveway talking to us in all black, and the sweat was just starting to appear on her face. It's like, all right, we gotta go. It's just way too hot. I'm almost getting ready for some cooler weather. I don't know. I'm betwixt and between. Anyway, we'll talk more about that afterwards. Today's bag is a little bit of Scottish zhuzh. Just saying. Anybody know what one of these babies is? It goes around your waist, specifically if you're wearing a kilt. So this is what is known in Scotland as a sporran. And it is just a little pouch that goes around your waist when you're wearing your kilt. So you can put your whatever in there, your keys, your money, your who knows. I come across these from time to time, and they do seem to sell. So there's lots of Scotsmen out there who would rather have a vintage piece of leather around their waist than the average new purchase. This is a 70s. I'm just looking at my phone. My clients are calling me right now. I hope they're not calling me to tell me they're back on outbreak. I really hope that's not what's happening. Because we're supposed to be going back to our visits tomorrow. But anyway, this kind of whip stitch, this is all lacing. It's really very well done. It's in excellent condition. I've dated this to a 70s. Black, real thick saddle leather. You can see, like, this is, if you picked your saddle up out of the tack room, this would be the leather that is used. Inside, there's a little zippered pocket, which is quite unusual for these sporrans. Zipper works. It's in good condition there. And it is kind of floating. So this almost creates another compartment, albeit that it is bottomless. It doesn't have a bottom on it. But if you wanted to stick even your phone just to keep it from moving around, you could put it in there. A little bit of room. It's got a little bit of a gusset on the bottom of it. So the trend right now, and it's actually unusual to have a little snap here. Usually, in my experience, it's just been the little pass through. But this has a pass through and a snap. So there you go. So I've added a hole to this. I think I've laid it out on the ironing board, and I measured from one end to the other. And I think it's 48 inches once it's opened up. Not from this end to this end, from this open end. Like, I've measured it like that, and it's 48 inches. So It's actually a decent size. And I like the fact that it's that way because you could use it as a fanny pack or you could use it as a sling. Would lend itself very nicely to that. So if you're looking for something that's just a little unique to use as a fanny pack, or if you're looking for a Sporran, here you go. It has some initials on it, MFG. My ex-husband, Martin Gledhill, but I don't think his middle name started with an F, so I don't know. We'll see. If anybody is interested in this, measurements and all that stuff are in the listing as usual. And that is today's bag. I listed it earlier today. So want to give a little shout out to, yesterday I said hello to Lucy, my friend in Kenya, I believe it is. I've got a terrible memory. Sorry, Lucy. But I also had a little bit of a conversation going with Bella, who is a new person to say hello on my videos. And we were just chatting back and forth about the discount situation with some of these brands. And I kind of misunderstood her a little bit. So sorry, Bella. I thought you were kind of shouting me out for being a little bit not appreciating the discount. I think discount stores are amazing. I love discount stores. I've been a single mom for 17 years on a very fixed income. So I needed to find things as cheaply as I could find them. Everything pretty well in my store, in my home rather, and in my wardrobe is secondhand. So I am not mad at discount at all. What I was upset about was some of these businesses who started out with amazing quality and have just cheapened their brand as they've gone along for sales. Now, I guess I could think further down the line, and maybe if they're at risk of going out of business and they needed to do something, you know, the collabs with Target and some of the cheaper stores. I mean, it's 6s and 7s, right? I mean, I just know that I've seen ads on my Facebook feed for, you know, kind of Target brand Longchamp, which just stuns me because Longchamp has had a resurgence in popularity with the tote bags in the last 5-7 years. Why would you mess with that? To, you know, I guess, and even Roots, like Roots 73, very rarely is leather. Now I do have a couple of Roots 73 pieces that are leather, and even Sack Roots. Like these are all collabs that I get it. Not everybody cares about leather. Not everybody cares about brand name. But, you know, when a company builds its name on its quality, and then, because what ends up happening, and it's happened to my mom, is my mom just picks it up blindly because she just sees Roots. Oh, and then gets it home and realizes it's not leather, it's plastic. Or, you know, just little things like that. So Bella and I, and even Lucy, we were having a little bit of a chitty chat back and forth. And it's just a shame. I think it dupes the customer a little bit, especially a customer who's gotten used to a certain brand and a certain quality level. So just my 2 cents worth. Obviously, everything is my opinion. We all have one. So, you know, if you disagree with it, you disagree with it. But it's my YouTube channel, so I could say it. Just saying. So today, just said I went to St. Catharines, picked up my daughter, dropped her at her dad's, and now I'm doing my video. I'll do my reel, and I went to the beach yesterday. I went to Dunville, one of my favorite places, to the beach. I was the only one there. Thought one of my friends from the park might join me, but they were busy, so I just stayed for a couple of hours and enjoyed the water and the sun. It was so hot yesterday. And then came home and had a lovely dinner. Well, it was all leftovers. Was it leftovers last night? Oh, no, that was the night before. Last night I made roast pork with mashed potatoes, green beans, and gravy. Mom, if you're watching this, how proud are you of me? I sat down to this meal last night and I thought, I'm turning into somebody's wife. What the hell's going on here? And it was the same with Bruce, but I was so resentful with Bruce. I guess just wasn't the right person. So now I'm actually quite proud, and I'm making mince and tatties tonight. Pius absolutely loves that. And I thought about maybe inviting the kids for dinner, but nah, need a little bit more build up time to that. They haven't met Pius yet. My sister hasn't met Pius yet. So that's all going to happen in the next few weeks. Mom and Dad FaceTimed me yesterday. They got to Scotland okay. A little weird because they are staying in my aunt's house where she passed. So I don't know. I was talking about that with Sarah on the way back from St. Catharines. I'm like, I don't know. But that's what has to happen. So that's it. That's it from me today. Hopefully you are having a great day wherever you are. And tonight, I'm not sure what time Pius is getting home at. But like I said, mince and tatties tonight. And a little seat in the driveway, I guess. The seat in the driveway is getting shorter and shorter because 8:30, it's dark now. I want the cooler weather, but I want it on my terms, which is not how it works. Anyway, everybody, have a great rest of the day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Oh, no, quickly. I am going to do a Danier history piece. I've had this out for days, and I haven't done it. So Danier is a Canadian leather retailer. I do believe all their stuff is made offshore, not like Roots where their leather stuff is made in Toronto. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. They were established in 1972, a family-owned business. At one time, they had 90 stores, all bidding for an international presence. And they went out of business, sadly, in 2016. But they were quickly purchased by another Canadian conglomerate this time. And oh boy, does that tell. Even with Roots, the same thing happened. It was a conglomerate that now has majority stake in the company, and the quality has gone down. Danier right now, they've dropped leather from their name. It's not Danier leather anymore. It's just Danier. And they now include products that are not leather. So you have like wool capes and that kind of thing. They are now back in malls. 2016, I mean, that's what, 6 years ago now? So it's a long time, but it was so sad to see them go. And the quality now, in my opinion, is garbage. I have seen many Danier bags in the thrift stores, and I just leave them. The leather is thin, it's shiny, it's waxy. It almost has that AliExpress feel, that Alibaba, made in somewhere feel. It's just such a sad thing for a company that had such amazing credentials. Always kind of in the shadows of the higher end brands, admittedly. But I think everybody has a piece of Danier leather from the 80s, from whenever. And I mean, you can't beat it. It is absolutely gorgeous. But the new stuff is horrible, horrible. So that's it for me today. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.